I have a new goal now. An ultimate form that no Saiyan has achieved before.
Last Monday, I put out a video sort of running Frieza through the fraud check program while also detailing his progress, and today I want to do the same thing for Gohan and Goku. Gohan has powered up far beyond any Saiyan transformation could have pushed him, unlocking his new Gohan Beast form, which he somewhat hinted at wanting to obtain years earlier in the Dragon Ball Super anime. Goku's still perfecting his craft, trying to make Ultra Instinct his own form and climb into the domain of the gods, as well as surpass Black Frieza, who gave him a new level to look at after his performance against Gas and one-hit KO on both himself and Vegeta. Today, I want to go over if the father and son duo are really as strong and impressive as we think they are, or if they're even stronger than that. I do Dragon Ball discussion videos extremely often on the channel, so if you like that type of content, you should consider subscribing to the channel and leaving a like on the video, as it helps me out a lot. Gohan's power level, or however you want to phrase it, can change a bit drastically depending on whether you talk about the movie or manga that the Beast form appears in. Toriyama's comments about Cell Max seemingly indicate this, as he stated once completed it was supposed to be a metahuman that not even Broly would be able to beat, but he was forcibly activated earlier and turned into an uncontrollable monster. This seemingly puts Broly as the top power in the verse, at least among the mortals, as Cell was supposed to be someone that not even he could beat, but he never reached that level. This would directly mean that Broly as he is now would have been able to beat the incomplete Cell Max. As much as this can implicate Broly as the strongest among the mortals, tons of statements about Gohan disprove this notion, which I'll go over in just a bit. So it's probably like Broly is the next best thing, rather than Broly being the absolute strongest for the side of the mortals. This also likely only refers to Broly in the superhero movie, since there are numerous statements that tout Cell Max as being the strongest enemy ever. We know Broly has been on Beerus' planet training with Goku and Vegeta, so him getting stronger is definitely likely. He's probably not stronger than Gohan, however. Some promotional material for Gohan says that Gohan stands up to Piccolo to save his beloved daughter Pan. In order to defeat the powerful enemies, Gohan unleashes his latent potential and becomes the strongest warrior. Toriyama was also asked in an interview, what was your aim in featuring Gohan, Piccolo, and the Red Ribbon Army? And he had this to say in response: Gohan is actually stronger than anyone, or so it is said, but lately he hasn't been given a chance to shine. I figured I'd try to birth a new superhero by putting these two in the spotlight through their intense battles with the Gamma androids. This is sort of just reaffirming what we already know. Gohan can become stronger than anyone if he simply puts his mind to it. Vegeta and Goku know that as well, and the entire second half of the movie is Piccolo getting Gohan to try and live up to his potential, which he believes to be able to surpass everyone, like he says to Master Korin. Whether that's posing as a Red Ribbon Army soldier to bring Gohan to their secret base, or making it look like he's hurting Pan to make Gohan power up, or faking his own death to get Gohan to power up even further, everything Piccolo does is to bring out Gohan's latent potential. It would seem as if Piccolo's efforts were successful, as Gohan unlocks his new beast form transformation, and then on top of that, Gohan vs Cell Max is stated to be the strongest battle in history. The beast form is needed for Gohan. Not only does it give him ultimate power, it removes the restriction he's had throughout the entire series, where he just didn't want to fight people because it's not in his nature. Dragon Ball Superhero often gets criticized for nostalgia baiting without having any real substance for these transformations, but a simple perspective shift might change your mind just a little bit. Even if you think Beast is an unearned transformation, which I kind of agree with, the similar unlock to Gohan Super Saiyan 2 is great, considering when he first went Super Saiyan 2, he got rid of the same restriction on himself, becoming battle hungry and angry, but this time there is an entire form to represent it. Not a groundbreaking revelation or anything, but still cool, at least to me. So Gohan Beast is the strongest in the anime continuity, but how strong even is that? Well, we know the Gammas are as strong as Goku and Vegeta, but how strong are Goku and Vegeta? According to the movie's continuity, it would be the Broly movie, since that's the last time we actually see them on Earth, but I actually think it would be a bit afterwards, because in the Broly movie, Goku and Vegeta are not equals. Vegeta in his Super Saiyan God form was getting pressed by Broly and was completely unable to even phase him with his hits. Then afterwards, Broly powers up even further, growing like 2 feet taller and bursting the collar around his neck, and Goku is able to clash evenly with him before inevitably getting overpowered. But even if you don't want to say Goku is stronger than Vegeta's God form in his base form, then you'd have to agree Goku is stronger than Vegeta in his Super Saiyan form, considering he does actually fight the powered up Broly in this one for an extended period of time, before Broly inevitably grows stronger. The common refute to this would be Vegeta and Blue Goku fighting on par with one another against Super Saiyan Broly, but by this point, Goku has been fighting Broly for a while and has taken massive damage as a result, especially in his Super Saiyan God form, where Broly literally ragdolled him across the Arctic they were fighting in. Goku got beat up so bad in his fight against Broly that he was struggling to enter Super Saiyan Blue and almost forced Ultra Instinct out as a result. And I know someone would say they just wanted to make Blue transformation look good, but that doesn't defeat what I'm saying. They can make it look good because Goku is so beat up that it takes him a while to enter the form. Goku is also struggling to get up to his feet before he goes blue, and to be fair, even the promotional material and guidebooks do not support Goku and Vegeta being equals in this movie. When asked what roles will characters such as Goku, Vegeta, and Frieza play, the director of the movie, Tatsuya Nagamine, says Goku, Vegeta, and Frieza all have many highlight moments. Goku is already coming close to the level of the gods, Vegeta is furiously trying to catch up to him, and Frieza especially shows a lot of growth in this time. So Vegeta is trying to catch up to Goku in this film, meaning they aren't on the same level. The story summary movie pamphlet also claims that Goku hopped in to fight Broly on Vegeta's behalf. Goku and Vegeta do fuse in this movie, which requires you to be on the same level, but I have the same response to that I had earlier, which is that Goku is weakened through the rest of the movie, and not only is he weakened through the rest of the movie, Goku can also just lower his power level to match Vegeta the same way he instructed Trunks to do when he was fusing with Goten. An admittedly weak response to this would be something along the lines of, bro, Goku is the strongest Super Saiyan God Vegeta in base, I just can't believe that. And I think this comes from a still existing misconception about Super Saiyan God, which is that it's a fusion level increase. In Battle of God, Super Saiyan God was a fusion level increase, that much we all have to agree on. That doesn't mean it's an ever-existent amp throughout the rest of the series. When Goku first gets his Super Saiyan God, he doesn't only unlock a new transformation, he gets powered up by 5 other people, which would shoot his power level up dramatically even before getting the transformation. He gets the key of Goten, Vegeta, Videl, Gohan, and Trunks, and then on top of that, he gets Super Saiyan God. After this movie, the only increase he gets is Super Saiyan God. So saying that the form is always billions of times of a multiplier or even potentially higher is just not provably the case. The fight with Kefla kind of completely disproves this notion. Goku was completely bullying Kefla in Super Saiyan God and took Kel's blast head on and jumped through it on some cooler movie shit. Then as soon as Kefla was born, she immediately blitzed Goku, and this was just base Kefla. If Vegeta truly couldn't work on Beerus like Goku claimed, it would have to be at the bare minimum Super Saiyan Vegeta, if not a Super Saiyan 3 version. There is the idea that the Potara fusion from Universe 6 is just weaker than the one from Universe 7. If you subscribe to that idea, then that's fine. But at this point, I'm rambling and doing far too much just to prove Goku and Vegeta aren't equals in the Broly movie. Anyway, this would mean Gamma 1 and 2 would be stronger than Broly movie Goku and Vegeta, because if they are as strong as Goku and Vegeta, then Vegeta would have had to catch up to Goku again, or they would just be as strong as Goku and just be able to beat up Vegeta. We know this isn't talking about current Goku and Vegeta because Orange Piccolo is stated to be on their level, and he one-shot Gamma 2 as soon as he transformed. Gohan Beast's power eclipses all of this. It eclipses the Broly movie power levels of all the characters, and in all honesty, might be around or above Super Saiyan Blue Gogeta tier, who even back in that movie was so strong and fast, Broly couldn't land a hit on him. The manga for these characters has them having different power levels, since both the Granola and Moro arcs happen between the superhero and Broly arcs, both of those pushing them and the characters involved to the furthest heights. We'll talk about Goku first, since he's sort of integral to all the growth here, since he participates in both arcs and himself claimed the title of strongest a few times. In the Moro arc, Goku would meet a galactic patrolman named Mirrors, who in reality is the secret brother of Whis and an angel in training. Through training with Mirrors in a time chamber-like room, Goku would come to find out how to tap into Ultra Instinct Omen at will. He'd use this power to fight Moro, who is stated to surpass the gods, and before your panties get twisted up in a bunch, we find out later that Beerus trains and exercises, and not only that, can simply raise his power level by thinking of destruction. So Moro isn't still stronger than the gods, but at least at the time of chapter 59 he was. Moro would go on to beat Goku down with his god surpassing power before getting beaten even worse by Goku, who unlocked the full potential of Mastered Ultra Instinct. Moro would go on to get this same power after copying Beerus' power, but would still lose to Goku all the same. It's worth noting Toyotaro says Goku was perfect at the end of this arc, and the next arc would introduce a level beyond perfect for him. And that brings us to the Granola arc, where the title of the strongest would get passed around between 4 different contestants: Vegeta, Goku, Granola, and Gas, before it's ultimately claimed by Frieza himself. As it's currently stood at the end of the arc, both Goku and Vegeta were at their strongest, but still far behind Frieza, who one-shot both of them while holding back. Goku and Vegeta do train after this, however, in hopes to one day surpass Frieza, and this is Dragon Ball, so of course Frieza won't stay at the top for long. So the question is, how do Goku and Gohan compare to Frieza now? The question can be answered a few ways, so let's quickly go over them. If you're of the opinion that the movie and manga are somewhat connected, obviously not in continuity, but in terms of material used to supplement them, then like we went over earlier, Gohan would eclipse Cell Max, who is stated to be the strongest enemy, with Gohan himself stated to be the strongest warrior. So there you have it, pretty cut and dry. Gohan would be stronger than Frieza when using the supplementary material. If we use the manga only material though, the conversation gets a lot less cut and dry and a lot more interesting. For one, we do know Gohan has gotten stronger since the end of the superhero arc, because he talks about training with Piccolo, and Goku talks about how Gohan has honed his latent potential into something through training this time. If we talk about Gohan's latent potential, then Gohan by all accounts should be the strongest here, because like it's been said even in the manga, when Gohan puts his mind to it, he can become stronger than everyone else. It's worth taking note that Goku says this before Gohan even fully displayed the maximum power of Beast Mode, which we never actually see him do, and I'll explain that in a minute. When Gohan does power up to the max, it makes Vegeta wonder if he can even control the amount of ki he's putting out, and he slowly starts shifting the battle in his favor versus Goku. He doesn't immediately overpower Goku, but the force from his punches are causing explosions to go off behind Goku, and he starts to clip Goku with certain shots before landing a clean blow to his stomach and then kicking him away, officially outdoing the speed of Ultra Instinct, which is kind of the entire thing of Ultra Instinct. Even if it can't attack, it can evade anything that comes at it, and when fully mastered, Ultra Instinct will harden the body to take incoming blows. Funnily enough, Gohan doing this gives us something to compare to Frieza, because Frieza also one-shot Goku out of Ultra Instinct, but there is a difference in the feats here that I'll leave up to you guys to decide. Frieza one-shots Goku out of Ultra Instinct Omen, which at the time was his strongest form, and afterwards Goku is sitting on the floor reeling in pain, unable to get up, and Frieza did this while holding back, because he put a hole in Gas's stomach after Gas had powered up when he showed himself superior to Goku and Vegeta earlier in his weaker form. Gohan goes all out on Goku and one-shots him out of Mastered Ultra Instinct after Goku had gotten stronger, but immediately gets back up and continues to fight with Gohan. So Frieza has a better one-shot against a weaker Goku, and Gohan has the worst one-shot against an even stronger Goku. So I'll leave this up to you guys as to how it's perceived. You can comment about which one of these you consider to be more impressive. This isn't Gohan's full power, however. This is just the full power of what he can reasonably control. He says right after this that he boosted his ki to the point that he might snap, meaning he could go even higher. He would just lose control and probably become like Broly or something. Speaking of which, this battle has to surpass Gogeta and Broly, since Broly says he didn't even know fighting like this was possible. The editorial statement for chapter 103 also calls this fight the strongest versus the strongest, and this is a reiterated statement. B Jump's promotional material for chapter 103 also calls this battle strongest versus strongest. It's entirely possible that they have already surpassed Frieza by this point based on this, but an alternate interpretation is this is the strongest form of both of them, basically saying this is them going all out rather than saying these two are actually the strongest in the universe. It's also worth pointing out that literally just in the last arc, you'd think that the strongest was stronger than Frieza, that he was in a room getting stronger, and there is no telling what Frieza is doing right now. He might be back in that room for all we know, getting even stronger. That's all from me though. I think at the very least you can make an argument Goku and Gohan are the new power ceiling for the mortals, but Black Frieza is looming and we don't know where he'll end up. If you liked the video, be sure to leave a like on it, subscribe to the channel, but other than that, have a nice day.